All right, let's go for the second week in a row. Our game of the week is out at Hero Stadium. The Johnson Jaguars going against the Pieper Warriors. Both teams 1-0. Johnson had a 10-7 lead to start the second half, and Tyler Latham decides to scramble for the Warriors, but he coughs it up, and Cameron McDuffie is there to fall on it. The Jags would cash in. A couple plays later, Aaron Crawford-Webb going right up the gut, and he gets across the goal line to make it 17-7 Johnson. Next Pieper possession, Lacombe getting picked off for the second time by Ethan Wheelwright. The Jags would score another touchdown off that turnover to widen the gap. It's Crawford-Webb again, and this one still winding down. Johnson trying to wind out the clock, 31-22 in the fourth quarter. Again, less than 60 seconds left in that game. So we'll keep an eye on that one, let you know how that finishes up. Welcome in, everybody, to week 2 of the Friday Night Fever here. Let's get back to the highlights as we move out to another great game. The Reagan Rattlers taking on Steele at Linhoff Stadium. The Knights were up 7-0. Aiden Fernandez over right guard, and he powers his way in for the touchdown. That's a 16-yard score to square things up. Then the Knights strike right back. DJ Green off play action, airs it out and hits Mackay Sheeler in stride. He does the rest. 57-yard strike. Steele back on top. Then it's the A&M commit going to work. Jonathan Hatton bowling guys over. That's a 13-yard touchdown run. Knights go on to win 28-13. They are 2-0 to start the season. Time to take a look at a few scores. The Judson Rockets fall to 0-2 this season after coming up short against Hutto. 28-17 the final there. The East Central Hornets beating Roosevelt 43-13, and the Taft Raiders nearly had a 2-0 start themselves, but they come up 1 point short against Eagle Pass. Another 6A matchup between the Harlan Hawks and the Madison Mavericks at Comalander. Hawks with a 7-0 lead and looking for more, but this ball is going right to Sean Park, and he rumbles down inside the 10-yard line. A few plays later, the Mavericks cash in as DeCorian McMillan punches it in, ties things up at 7. But in the second, Harlan looking to retake the lead, and they will as Aldrich Trotter gets the corner, make it 14-7 Hawks. And Harlan retaking the lead late, 28-24 late in the fourth quarter. Over at Ferris Stadium, the Panthers from Laredo United South paying a visit to the O'Connor Panthers, and O'Connor marching right down the field on their first possession. Wyatt McKenzie hammering it home as OC leads it 7-0. Laredo United going for it on 4th and 3. They get it and a lot more. Raul Gutierrez picking them up and putting them down. It's a 46-yard touchdown. Tough battle, but O'Connor falls tonight to United South 27-14. All right, some more scores here. The Clemens Buffaloes, this one just going final. They win 39-20 over Del Valle, the final. And then the rivalry game tonight up in New Braunfels. New Braunfels, the Unicorns coming out on top, 41-15 over the Canyon Cougars. And then Davenport, the Wolves, off to a strong 2-0 start to their season as they beat Kerrville Tivy 66-13. At Rutledge Stadium tonight, the Dripping Springs Tigers taking on the Wagner Thunderbirds. And it was all Tigers in this one. Chase Ames escapes the pressure, does a good job keeping his eyes downfield, and finds a wide open Cooper Reed in the end zone. Dripping Springs would quickly get the ball back, and Jason Gata going to gash the T-Birds up the middle. It's a 21-yard touchdown run. Tigers win this one going away 55-0. Some more scores from the 5A level. The Boerne champion Chargers beat Medina Valle, a 6A team, 48-21 the final. Seguin picks up their first win of the season, 42-27 over Corpus Christi Miller. And the Warren Warriors go on the road and beat Del Rio 18-14. Marshall head coach Tim Williams and the Rams hosting Corpus Christi Flower Bluff. Tough night for the Rams. Easton Mojica gets swallowed up here by the Flower Bluff defense, and when the Hornets took over, watch the moves here from Lucian Cruz. Starts right, then stutters back to the left, and he's got a little Mahomesian magic in him. Bounces it back outside before spinning his way into the end zone. Marshall falls by the final of 51-20. Over at Alamo Stadium, the Brackenridge Eagles hosting the Mustangs from Corpus Christi King. Brack trailing 7-0 early in the second quarter. Mikey Canizales starts going right, then reverses field, and he finds some daylight. In fact, we're going to help him out here. He outruns the pursuit before he ends up getting dragged down inside the 15-yard line. A couple plays later, nice catch here by David Prado. Eagles would miss the extra point, but Brack goes on to win it 39-29. Checking on a few more scores, Highland comes up short against Kingsville 14-6. Pleasanton beats Jefferson 17-14, and McCollum beats Somerset 22-10. Don't go anywhere. We've got some more scores. Plus, we may check on some reaction from our game of the week out there at Hero Stadium between Johnson and Pieper when the Friday Night Fever rolls on. Welcome back. Another fantastic game of the week. 31-22 the final out at Hero Stadium. Johnson improving to 2-0. The Pieper Warriors never gave in after getting to within 8. They did recover an onside kick, but the Jaguar defense came up with another interception, their 4th takeaway of the second half. We caught up with Johnson head coach T.P. Miller after the game.
Well, Pieper's hats off to their coaching staff and their kids. They have a bright season in front of them. It was a battle, and we knew it was going to be a battle. It's a great team. But, the Jaguars, the good guys came on top, and so we're excited, and we're going to grade the film and look how we can improve for week 3.
All right, congrats again to Coach Miller and the Jags. Checking on a few more scores. The John Jay Mustangs with a comfortable lead. That one actually just getting cut down into by Kyle Lehman, 37-24 in the 4th. The Southwest Legacy Titans all over Lee, 28-0. And the Southwest Dragons, they're now 2-0 after beating Lockhart 21-19. The Fredericksburg's Battling Billies fall to Wimberley 28-21. Canyon Lake crushes Austin Crockett 49-7. And Hondo takes care of Carrizo Springs 50-22.